Hi, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. I want to talk a little bit, reminiscing about a recent vacation I took to Germany. I went there with my family, Germany and Portugal. It was a good trip. And one thing I found was interesting, we went to one of these kind of like town markets or central markets. And the idea is trying something before you buy. So we went to this one gentleman that was just a great salesperson, and he was giving us all these nuts and fruits and things like that to test them. And this kind of put a desire in us to buy stuff, right? Because he was giving us so much, he almost felt bad for eating all this without buying anything. So that is a thought that's called reciprocity. There's some good books that talk about this idea. Another example was as we were walking around doing touristy things, there was someone that put a balloon animal, on my head and gave some like swords to my kids of balloons. And then, because of that, they wanted payment, and I didn't really want the balloons, and I didn't want to pay the person, so I took them off. So I felt guilty keeping it, right, without paying the person. Why? Because it's the law of reciprocity. So I want to give you some examples that we can apply this, or ways I do apply this in my office. So the first one is many times we do things for our patients and we don't bill insurance. I want to give you an example. Sometimes I'll do a callus for a patient. I'm treating them something else. They have a callus, hurts. I'm not charging them for that, but I want to make sure that they see the value that I'm giving them. So I tell them, so usually we charge $75 for this callus. I'm not charging you that. So what I'd like you to do is on the way out, you would get, this callus cream or these other things so it doesn't come back. So you're going to take that $75 and you're going to invest it in your foot health, so you don't have to keep coming to see me. So it's a way I show them the value of what they're getting. And another thing that you can do is I used to charge for every little pad. Now what I do is I say this pad, usually has this price. I'll give it to you the first time, but I think down the road you're going to do better off with like an orthotic. And by switching that, by offering them something, giving them something away, I'm planting the seed for something that's more beneficial to me in the future would be the orthotic. Another thing that I do many times is if I'm just in a hurry or I just want to take a quick look, I'll say, usually we charge $100 for this ultrasound, but I'm just giving it to you. I'm just going to do a quick view to look at things. So in the future, then when I'm going to do shockwave, there's less of a reluctance to pay that $750 for the 3 shockwave sessions. So those were the, and the final thing would be when they have friends and family that are in the treatment room with them, many times I'll look at their foot, I'll have them take off their shoe, and this kind of creates this whole idea of reciprocity. So reciprocity is where someone feels like they have to or they want to do something else, they like you. And then finally, we do one other thing in our office where we give away for all patients that get like higher revenue types of things. Maybe they'll get orthotics, they'll get an AFO, they're purchasing things. We'll give them a pair of socks. We have a really good pair of like dry wick away socks. We'll give them a water bottle, and we'll do this. And then in there, we'll put a little letter asking them for referrals. So we'll say, hey, if you like seeing us, our best patients are the ones that come from other family members and friends. So, please send these patients over. So it's a way of kind of creating this reciprocity in our practice. So I'd like to know what you do, or if you have any other things, let me know down at podiatrypracticemastery.com. I'd love to hear kind of what's working for you for this reciprocity idea.